Hello friends, today we are going to talk about the inner compass. I will define what the inner compass means, and then I will share with you how you can actually apply it in your day-to-day life to develop yourself. So what is the inner compass? I want you to first to separate the word inner and compass. So those are two words. Inner is from within. Compass is a device that is used to give direction or guidance on where to move. I want you to think about the compass as a GPS technology. So what does GPS do in computer technology? It's a system that helps to locate your place physically on Earth, but to also give you directions to find a specific destination where you're going. So if you're to combine the two concepts, I would define the inner compass as an inner capacity or an inner ability to access information that is beyond the knowledge acquired from the five senses, for the purpose of giving us humans direction and guidance on how to live life. Let me say that again. So the inner compass is an ability, it's a natural ability to access information that is beyond knowledge that's acquired by the five senses, to give us direction on how to live life. We're all aware about the five senses, or how we can see, smell, touch, taste. And we learned about the five senses in school, that the five senses are a gift which has been given to us by God to be able to access information about the world. So for example, I know that there is a laptop in this room because I can see it with my eyes. I know that the temperature in this room is hot because I can feel the heat. I know that there are people in the next room because I can hear conversations going on. And so what the five senses do, they help us to get knowledge about the world that we're living in so that we can make decisions accordingly. I want you to think about the inner compass as the sixth sense. Okay? It's extra information that is beyond the five senses. So the five senses are limited in the sense that we are only able to get information from those five areas. But the inner compass is more like intuition. You're able to get information that's beyond the five senses, like information about the future, information or knowledge about what's happening around you that you're not aware of with your five senses. This is a very important personal development skill. Why? Why is it important? Number one, the inner compass can help you to tap into wisdom, divine wisdom, that can help you in making effective decisions for life. The inner compass can also help you to find your why, find your purpose. I'll be talking about that in another video. The inner compass can also help you to be able to set goals, meaningful goals. Most of us, based on the work we do at the job, in the organization, or if you're running a business, we always set goals for the day. We set goals for the week, we set goals for the month. And how many of you have ever had this experience where you've made a list of goals that you want to achieve for the day, and you achieve all the goals, but you're still feeling unfulfilled and not happy despite achieving all the goals? Well, the reason is you've been focusing on the wrong goals. You need to identify, of all the 20, 30, 40 goals that you want to achieve today or this week, what are the two most important goals? What are the three? What is the one most important goal? An Italian economist many years ago came up with the idea called the Pareto principle. And in this principle, Pareto said or stated that 80% of the results we achieve in our lives are achieved based on 20% of the input from us, which means 80% of the results you experience in your relationships, at your workplace, in your health life, 80% of those results depend on 20% of the activities that you do in a day. Which means that a few activities matter. Not every activity you do is important. So the question is, how do you identify those important activities? It's through the inner compass. I've been able to identify those, my key activities. Actually, every day I wake up in the morning, I always journal and I identify what's the one important goal that I need to achieve today that will make the biggest impact in every area of my life. And so I think about that question in each area of my life. And once I've defined that one goal, and then the next day I work toward achieving it, I feel happy. I feel successful. That's how I define success. And it's through the inner compass. And so the inner compass is a very important tool to use that has been given to you by God. But the thing is that you need to train it. You need to train yourself on how to use that tool. You see, just like how you've been trained to use your 5 senses from the time you were born as a child, when you are learning how to walk, when you are learning how to see, when you are learning how to hear, when you are learning how to make decisions, all that time as you grew up, you are training your 5 senses. And when you went to school, you received training for that. But who trained you about how to develop your intuition? Who trained you on how to develop the inner voice in you? Where did you get training about the inner compass? You see, most of us never had this training in school. And so it's a special education. You need to train yourself on how to develop this skill by practice and by use. And the only way you develop it is by using it. Use it through meditation, through inner listening, and practicing these disciplines every day. You become better at it. You can even use the inner voice for also visioning. I'll be creating another video about that in the future. And so that's all about the inner compass and its value and how you can actually apply it in your life. If you find this video interesting, please subscribe, like it, and share it with friends and family. Spread the word so that everyone will get this information. Thank you.